This video is about Booleans and how they can affect the visibility and other properties of different controls within the apps. For example, this app is the College of FHSS internships app, so it has an interface for the database of all the internships that the college has stored, and I'm using Booleans to affect the visibility of each of these tabs. So for example, this details tab sets details to true, and every other tab is set to false. And if you look at the form itself and the visible property with that, it is only visible on condition of details being true. So the same goes for all the other forms in here, where their visibility is a condition of the truth of that tab being selected. So there are more than one kind of variable that can be used within the app, and the first, for example, is a global variable, which has this kind of format: set variable, comma, to whatever you'd like that to be. And it doesn't have to be Boolean, it can be a chunk of text or a condition, anything like that. So this is a global variable. That means it can be used throughout the app. If you set it once, it can still be accessed on the other pages. This is an example of just a local variable that can only be used within that screen. So example, the main screen, loading is applicable only to main. So in order to grant or remove admin access, I've got this kind of formula going in the app on start property for most of these apps. So that just means when you first run the app, this runs right away and only runs once. So I'm setting admins to true or false. So if the user is Karen, me, or the student employees, admins becomes true. If it's not any of those, admins becomes false. And so that affects controls like this that are only visible if admins is true or false. So if admins is not true, this is not visible. If admins is true, then it is visible. Same for a bunch of these. So that one's a little more complicated, but it has the same idea. And over here, admins, true, false. And that applies throughout the app, including for the entirety of the Notes tab. It's only visible to admins. So I hope this was helpful as far as getting Booleans to direct the visibility of certain controls and how admin access works and doesn't.